Now this is my rhetorical analysis, and the CWC that I chose in week one was technical skills. In this analysis, we shall include analysis about our four texts that we chose. We chose the three plus one alternative text, that was the soft skills I had to master by Fisher. Then in our theory, we had the first man film, directed by Chazell. We had the educational testing service and the burning glass technologies. Now let's dive into the main idea. Uh, Now the main idea, this refers to the core message in the whole text. I mean, it serves as the foundation for the author's content and helps readers understand the overall intention of the author. Now, in the burning glass text, um, uh, I pulled out the main idea as that employers desperately need workers who combine technical ability with baseline skills like writing, communication, collaboration, and so on. And the employers across the industry struggle to find workers that have this ability. Now, in the Oliveri and Marco text, the main idea that we pulled out was that higher education is producing um, these higher education institutions are producing graduates with technical knowledge, but without the modern workforce demands set, which creates a very dangerous gap. Oliveri and Maki go ahead and explain that higher education produces technically trained graduates who still fail to meet the workforce demands. Uh, Now, in the first man film, we pulled out the idea that the director explores whether technical skills alone can carry a person through impossible circumstances, which he goes ahead to explore in the whole movie. Now, the main idea in Fisher's text is that workforce increasingly values um, skills that cannot be automated or made absolute. It relates to somewhere to burning glass idea. Now, if we dive into the purpose of each text, we shall see that in the burning glass, he intended to inform and persuade. Now, to give an overview of the purpose is the author's reason for writing. Is it either to inform, to persuade, to entertain, to share insights, and so on? So, in the burning glass text, the author intends to inform and persuade. He's talking to employers and educators that skills gap are real and measurable. Then Oliveri and Marco are intending to persuade that higher education institutes need to reform their curricula and assessment practices to better prepare graduates for workforce demands. Now, the purpose of the First Man film by Chazell is to entertain, first of all, because it's a film, and inspire, but also to persuade viewers that human achievement is never purely technical. It is actually both. It is both technical, but also requires human skills like courage and so on. Then Fisher intends to persuade and inform us, especially the business audience, that investing in durable skills is strategically valuable than chasing the latest technical certifications. Now, if we go ahead to the audience, this is the intended readers the author is looking at or is looking up to. So, for the audience, understanding their knowledge level and perspectives helps you, as the author, determine what content to include in the text. And we can see in the burning glass text, uh, the author targets employers, HR professionals, and educators according to what he concluded in his text. He connects to his audience by speaking their language and the style format, like the way he writes his text. Now, Oliveri and Marco, they target higher education administrators, researchers, and policymakers. This is their audience. When you look at the complex academic language and the extensive citation style, this indicate like he's targeting the people that are educated. Now, the first film is a general audience film, but also looks at people who associate technical skills with cold and impersonal precision. And then Fisher targets business professionals and managers. Then if we dive into the rhetorical appeals, that is ethos, pathos, and logos. Now to give an overview of the rhetorical appeals, logos is the logic side of the text. It evaluates the strength of an argument based on facts and statistics. Now, ethos focuses on credibility and authority. Then we also have pathos, which targets the audience behavior, the emotions, the beliefs and values, sadness, and so on. Now, if we take an overview of some of the texts to look out for ethos, pathos, and logos, the burning glass uh, in ethos, that is credibility and authority. Um, he goes on, and the author goes on to analyze almost over 25 million real job postings, uh, referencing the sponsored ONINET database. Now, Oliveri and draw authority from the ETS, which is one of the world's most respected educational research institutes. That is credibility. Now, looking at Lagos, that is the logical evidence, burning text. The burning text, the author states that even in highly technical fields like IT, healthcare, engineering, and so on, skills account for 1 in 4 skill requirements, which is a logical and data driven argument. Fisher also in Lagos goes ahead to use uh, statistical language when he says that it is only 18 months lifespan of technical skills. Technical skills only live a lifespan of 18 months. Now, in pathos, we are talking about the emotions, the beliefs or values, the pathos. And in the film, Armstrong's grief over his young daughter's death immediately at the start of the movie um, makes the audience get the other human feel, and the reason or cost behind the technical achievement, meaning it drives him to win, to fulfill his dream. Now, if we move on to the text, we are looking at language, schemas, and tropes. Languages, this is just the human ability to communicate through symbols. That is what I came up with as a definition. Then schemas and tropes. Schemas are just altering word order or structure, the artful deviation from the ordinary arrangement of text. Then tropes is just shifting the meaning of words, you know. As we can see that in the burning text, the author uses job postings as a window into the world of labor market. This is a trope. Then Fisher uses professional diction. He uses terms like power skills and durable skills, to reframe how readers think about soft skills, and these are schemes connecting to language and text. And therefore, in conclusion, I say that all the text we looked at reflect a picture that technical skills are the foundation, but they are not the whole structure. It requires one to have both technical skills and human skills to come up with a meaningful ability. Thank you so much.